Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Office Bloke Aidan.
Here we are, Office Bloke Daz Sports Edition. Sports is for you. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. You know it makes sense.
It does.
If you love sports, this is the channel for you. The biggest and best celebrity fans from all 32 NFL teams.
Ooh.
Who is our biggest celebrity Manchester City fan, would you say?
There's not many, is there?
Oh, we've got some big ones.
Noel and Liam Gallagher.
Yeah, probably.
They're the only real ones, really.
No.
Who else?
Clive Myrie,
Who?
the newsreader who does Mastermind.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
We've got
Darren Ball.
yeah, we've got me, Office Bloke Daz. We've got quite a few big ones. Ricky Hatton.
Yeah, Ricky Hatton's a big one.
Yeah, he's a big one. And we've also got Martin Lewis, the money man. He advises the
But there's
government.
not any famous Americans that would support City. Do you know what I mean? You have the couple
We had Aaron Rodgers
Sylvester
there.
Stallone supports Everton.
Yeah, we had Aaron Rodgers at City once. We've had Kevin Hart at City.
But they're not fans. Do you know what I mean?
But the Boston Celtics have been at City this week, I think.
I saw that.
I saw Boston. Everyone had Boston Celtics
Yeah,
tops
Pep
on.
Guardiola met up with the head coach of the Boston Celtics.
See. So I know Pep likes to look at other what other teams do and how they dominate, and he puts it into his
Celtics
coaching.
are at the top right
And he
now,
puts it
aren't
into
they?
their coaching plan. So I saw them all with Boston Celtic shirts.
Bernardo
What's that all about?
he's the smallest guy. I remember he was how small is he?
I'd love to have seen Bernardo next to one of their players.
I know, right?
It'd be like bring your kid to work day, won't
Yeah,
it?
literally.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see who the NFL have got.
What team do you reckon's going to have the biggest celebrity?
I would think someone like
The Cowboys.
The Cowboys are probably gonna have something big, but
They're
still
like
location.
Post Malone was
I'm
wearing a
thinking
Cowboys.
I'm thinking someone like the Rams, LA,
Really?
yeah, or New York. Do you know what I mean? Philadelphia have got Rob McElhenney.
True.
Don't know, but I'm thinking bigger than that.
Yeah,
Kansas City have got Kansas City Chiefs have got
Taylor Swift. Oh yeah, I forgot about
Don't
that.
get bigger than that, do they?
Yeah, that's true.
Eh?
That's probably the biggest one.
So let's see what people have got. Let's do it.
Just because someone is a part of the Hollywood elite
Samuel.
or is an accomplished athlete themselves doesn't bar them from enjoying football. So, what celebrities are cheering
Oh, you
for
know what? That's what I just read. What about other sports teams, like basketball players? Who do they support in the NFL?
That's a good point. Yeah, because when I look at basketball, Spike Lee, people like the Knicks.
Where's Steph Curry from? He's Ohio, right? So he might be like a Cleveland Browns fan.
Could be. Let's
you know what I
see.
mean?
Yeah, I never thought of that. I know what you mean.
your
Though,
team?
yeah.
Let's find out.
I think he is anyway.
I like this channel as well.
The list spans from people from all walks of life. There's everything from country music sensations to former Olympians to social media moguls to beautiful actresses. These are the biggest celebrity fans for each of the 32 NFL teams. Arizona Cardinals, Blake Shelton. When it comes to the Arizona Cardinals, there's no bigger
Country
fan than
singer.
country music superstar Blake Shelton. Shelton
That he's I recognize his face, but I don't recognize his name.
You might have seen him on. He used to do one of them shows that are America's Got Talent type shows or American Idol. He was a judge on one of them.
Right, that's
Blake
probably
Shelton.
what it is
And I
then.
think his wife's quite famous as well.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who his wife is though. Gaynor would know, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
is famous for not only his vocals, but his role on the popular network television show The Voice.
The Voice.
Sounds like if it were up to him, he'd spend every last waking moment rooting for his Cards. In fact, he even did a public service announcement on the team's website telling the origin story of his fanhood. Talk about dedication. Atlanta Falcons, Samuel L. Jackson.
That's a
Samuel
big
Jackson,
one.
the acclaimed actor, took the PSA he made on behalf of his favorite team to a whole other level. Back in 2010, Jackson starred in a 60-second commercial for the Falcons organization in which he delivered an all-time hype-up speech. Between his diction and the gospel music in the background, I almost forgot I'm not a Falcons fan. Maybe if the team had played this during halftime of that 28-3 Super Bowl, they might have had a better result in the second half. Baltimore Ravens, Michael Phelps. Perhaps it shouldn't come as a surprise, but Michael Phelps, a Maryland native, is one of the biggest celebrity Ravens fans out there. And because of his status as perhaps the greatest American Olympian
Yeah, that's
ever,
insane.
he's gotten to experience some pretty cool perks as a fan, including being introduced at the start of a game against Washington.
Not gonna lie, if I had that many gold medals, I'd probably wear them all the time. I'd just
Not
be
all
walking
of
around with them
You'd
all
be
on.
walking around with a gold medal. You're like a right knob.
No, if I went if I did public service, so if they wanted me to sort of appear on the NFL, I'd turn up with them all on. Do you know what I mean? So if it was Tom Brady, how many rings?
You
He
just
won?
got
How many
ring on
rings
your
has Tom
finger,
Brady
it
won?
was like
5,
six
7,
rings or
6 or
something.
7 or whatever. I'd have them all. I'd be talking like this. Who wouldn't? You definitely.
I
give it a big
probably
one.
wouldn't, mate.
Oh, you
They're the
would.
type of things that I wouldn't even wear. It's just display.
Oh, I don't know. I'd be all over that. For sure.
Followed by an epic greeting on the field from Ravens legend Ray Lewis. That's the kind of stuff that 12-year-old Michael
looks
Phelps
like Gareth
must
Bale.
have been dreaming of. Buffalo Bills, John Cusack.
Who?
Now, based
Actor.
on his tweet, I don't know if it's fair to assume that Cusack is necessarily the longest-running Bills fan, but Buffalo as a city isn't exactly a haven for celebrity culture. And when one as big as John Cusack decides to speak out and stake his claim in the team, well, who are we to knock him for it? He could be like every other celeb and gravitate towards the Cowboys or one of the new LA franchises, but he didn't. That's gotta count for something, am I right? Carolina Panthers, Steph Curry, former NBA MVP Steph Curry.
I thought he was from Ohio. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's from Carolina.
what college did he go to?
I feel like I'm thinking of someone else, to be honest.
You thinking of LeBron?
Maybe, but I feel there's someone else definitely. There's like a few people that are like from Ohio. I thought Steph, but I think now it said Carolina. I feel like he is from Carolina.
Is on the short list of best basketball players in the world. And as it turns out, he may also be the single biggest Carolina Panthers fan out there. The Warriors point guard grew up in Charlotte while his dad, Dell, was playing for the Charlotte Hornets. Curry has made his fandom loud and clear, much like his style on the basketball court. And he is all over social media wearing his Panthers gear during the NFL season. Chicago Bears, Barack Obama.
Who?
It's tough to have a better celebrity ambassador than a former president. That is exactly what the Chicago Bears have in superfan Barack Obama. Obama may have been born in Hawaii, but the politician has had a residence in Chicago for years now. And he even served as a state senator from 1997 to 2005. So his roots in the Windy City go deep. Cincinnati Bengals.
Do you know who has the biggest fan in England? I think. If you're talking like levels of different thing, who has the biggest fan in England?
Oh, was it like Fulham or something?
No.
I remember Fulham have like, who was it, Margot Robbie or something like that?
No, I think it's Aston Villa.
Oh, what?
They have Prince William.
Prince William.
Yeah. That's got to trump everyone, really, hasn't it? Because he's going to be the king.
Yeah, I guess.
And he's the king's an Aston Villa fan.
Jeez.
George Clooney. Few people may know this one, but George Clooney, one of Hollywood's true elite actors, is actually a massive Bengals fan. He was born in Lexington, Kentucky, which, for those not up to snuff on their U.S. geography, is actually fairly close to Cincinnati. The connection actually goes a little deeper than that, too, as Clooney's father was a prominent television personality in Cincinnati. Cleveland Browns, Brad Paisley. For those of you who are not huge country music fans, Brad Paisley is also known as the guy in the Nationwide commercials with Peyton Manning. But just because he partnered up with the former NFL MVP on some ad deals, doesn't mean his allegiance is with the Colts or the Broncos. Paisley is actually a diehard Browns fan after becoming a huge fan of former Browns QB Brian Sipe as a child. He told reporters at the Browns training camp that he actually dressed up as Sipe for Halloween at least 3 times. Dallas Cowboys, Jamie Foxx. There is no shortage of celebrity Cowboys fans, as the glitz and glam
Would you
of
say
the
Jamie Foxx? Like LeBron's probably bigger than Jamie Foxx, right?
I think LeBron must be like a... What's he? Cowboys fan, though, right? Like a
fake one?
Yeah, just like a generic...
No, he's not even from Dallas, is he?
Is it from Cleveland, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, you would be a Browns fan.
I'd be a Browns fan. He's everything about Cleveland, isn't he? You'd probably... If you're like he's done for the Cleveland Cavaliers, right... Over the years, what he did and the way his stature, you'd definitely be a Browns fan. You've got to be.
I know, right? Yeah. He's going to be a... well, that's not... I was thinking of basketball when I was saying he's going to bring a team to Las Vegas or something and like own the team or something like that, but that's basketball.
Yeah, I saw him doing that, didn't they?
Dallas star seems to appeal to plenty of stars.
Russell
But
Westbrook,
singer and actor Jamie Foxx may be the single most serious Cowboys fan out there. Apparently, he had a dream of playing for the Cowboys as a quarterback at Terrell High School, just east of Dallas. At least he had a safe and pretty awesome backup plan. Denver Broncos, Lindsey Vonn. Lindsey Vonn is a die-hard Denver Broncos fan. The connection stems from the Olympic skier living in Colorado. But she's not just resigned to the couch. She's made a handful of appearances on the Broncos sideline over the years.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions, Eminem. You don't have to be a
Could've
big
guessed
rap
that one.
fan to know Eminem. And chances are, if you do, you know he's from Detroit. Eminem and Detroit are as inextricable as pairings come. And understandably, the team has shown him plenty of respect along the way, which one could only hope makes up for their lackluster performances year over year.
What the hell?
He's served as an honorary captain before. Green Bay Packers, Justin Timberlake. JT, as a Packers fan, may come as a surprise as he was born and raised in Memphis, but his fandom can be traced back to one man, Brett Favre. whose electric playing style made him one of the most popular QBs in the league for 2 decades. And Timberlake described Favre as the king of the South and has followed the team ever since. Houston Texans, Simone Biles. Simone Biles is one of the most decorated U.S. gymnasts to ever do it. And it just so happens, she's also a massive Houston Texans fan. Biles, a Houston native, actually has a surprising number of connections to the team, as she has performed as an honorary cheerleader and dates Jonathan Owens, a former Texans player. The love runs deep in Texas, folks. Indianapolis Colts.
I've heard he's a bit of a weirdo or a bit of a knob.
Former Texans player.
I've just seen like things on TikTok, like, do you know who Simone Biles' husband is? Or like,
I know Simone Biles is.
Yeah, it's like, do you know who is? Apparently he's like, I don't know.
I don't know him.
You'll have to let me know if I'm
anyone
right on
else.
that one.
Texas, folks. Indianapolis Colts. David Letterman. David Letterman was born in Indianapolis, a mere 12 miles from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. His geography made him a diehard Colts fan, and he's been an ambassador for the team ever since. Letterman has been able to use his celebrity status to become a part of major team events. For example, he spoke in 2017 when the Colts unveiled a statue of Peyton Manning. Big time win for Letterman there. Jacksonville Jaguars. Grayson Allen. Born in Jacksonville, Allen stayed local and won a state title at Providence Prep School on Jacksonville's south side. And along the way, he became one of the biggest celebrity fans of the Jaguars after they entered the league. For those unfamiliar with the shorthand, DTWD stands for Duval Till We Die. Talk about diehard, huh? Kansas City Chiefs. Paul Rudd. The Chiefs have had quite the rise in recent years, and that's put the team and its fans more and more under the microscope, including Paul Rudd, who was all over the media coverage during the team's couple of Super Bowl runs. Rudd has been a fan of Kansas City teams since he was a boy, so you have to imagine he's pumped to see the transformation they've had under Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. Las Vegas Raiders. Leonardo DiCaprio. There may not be a name on this list bigger than Leonardo DiCaprio, and there's no team in all of sports that he's...
Was he in Oakland?
Have you got a problem with him or something?
Yeah, I've got a problem with that. Not with Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm one of these, me. When I see celebrity fans, I'm like, why are you a fan of that team? It's like Ollie Murs, born in Essex, born in London, fan of Man United. Why? You have no connection to that club whatsoever, right? And I see this now, and I'm like, was he an Oakland Raiders fan? If he was, fair play. Then that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But has he just got on the Las Vegas bandwagon?
Is there really a bandwagon? They're not even good.
Yeah, but it's a bandwagon because they're in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It's like, the whole hype, shiny bright lights and shiny buildings and all that bollocks. Right? I have a problem with people who jump on that bandwagon. I mean, so far, the Buffalo Bills, he's got it for me.
Yeah.
With,
you can't really not like people
Cusack,
like Paul
John
Rudd
Cusack.
as well.
Paul Rudd, yeah, I get that. But it's, whoever it is, if they're long-term fans, I'm all behind it. But I have a beef with people who are just like, yeah, that's my team. And then next year, you see them at a different game. I'm like, what happened? Don't know.
It's more than the Las Vegas Raiders. DiCaprio is seen at all kinds of sporting events around the world, and more often than not, he seems to be rocking his Raiders gear. Talk about a solid brand partner for John Gruden's team. Los Angeles Chargers. Mario Lopez. The Chargers are not exactly a cornerstone franchise in the NFL, but that hasn't stopped them from luring one of the most famous men in the world as a fan. Mario Lopez,
men in the world?
Who even is
a
he?
fixture in American culture as anyone, is probably the most outspoken.
I don't know who he is.
I know Mario Lopez from like was he in like TV shows in the USA? Getting to know more about him because it's showbiz.
I've never even seen his face.
He's a showbiz guy. I think he's like a TV guy. But that's how I know him, like just from Mario. And I think he married someone quite famous. What was it? I want to say he married someone like. I think he married someone's gonna have to let me know.
There was a picture of them before, weren't there?
With his missus.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
No.
Maybe she's famous, but I don't recognise her. Gaynor would know.
Okay.
But that's why I know him as. But he's not as famous, most famous in the world, I'd say.
Anyone is probably the most outspoken Chargers fan out there. In fact, the team Twitter account even tweeted out an official apology to him after a pitiful outing back in 2011. Los Angeles Rams. Danny Trejo. Trejo, now a 76-year-old actor who has appeared in more than 200 films, is one of the biggest Los Angeles Rams fans out there. And because of his age, his fandom actually predates the Rams' return to the City of Angels. Trejo was apparently heartbroken when the team left LA in the first place, and felt like he was dreaming when they finally announced their return. And for an all-time movie bad guy, listening to him gush about how much love he has for the Rams is surprisingly endearing. Feels whole again. That's beautiful. Miami Dolphins. Pitbull. I mean, Pitbull is literally Mr. 305.
305,
Of course he's a Dolphins fan. And the most important one at that. The man is the living embodiment of South Beach, and as far as I'm concerned, whatever he says goes in Miami. Minnesota Vikings, Josh Duhamel. Hollywood actor Josh Duhamel is one of the biggest celebrity Vikings fans out there. The actor was born in North Dakota, and that could explain how he was drawn to the nearby Minnesota franchise. And like North Dakota, there's nothing fair weather about Duhamel. The guy lives for Vikings football. New England Patriots, Dave Portnoy. If you have a Twitter or Instagram account and follow the NFL, chances are you've heard that Dave Portnoy, the founder of Barstool Sports.
When we were in America, in New York, Gaynor and I were sat in a bar, and strangely enough, and a guy come over, he was chatting away, and he says, he said, you have to excuse me, I'm all a bit flustered. So I said, wow, what's up? And he went, that guy over there is Dave Portnoy. And I went, don't know who it is, mate. I have no idea. He went, Barstool Sports. I went, nope, still no. He's like, I can see him looking over like, like, there's only about 3 of us in the bar. It's like 2 in the afternoon. But apparently he was right across the street from his office.
Oh, really?
Sports is a pretty big Patriots fan. The outspoken multimillionaire lives and dies with the team. He even served hard time protesting the Brady Deflategate suspension. Talk about dedication to the cause. New Orleans Saints. Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is about as dedicated to this team as a mega celebrity can be. The Hollywood star has shown up at games, commented on the team in public, and even lent his voice to narrate the NFL Network's America's Game special on the Saints. New York Giants, 50 Cent.
While
see. There is some dispute as to just how dedicated...
Proper fans,
that's a
Giants.
Proper one, that.
Yeah. Gangster fans.
That's a good one, that.
50 Cent. I thought it'd have been someone like Puff Daddy, to be fair.
Dedicated of a Giants fan the Queens, New York native is, when you engage in the kinds of stakes that Fitty has when betting on Giants games, it's hard to deny him. Ahead of the Giants-Patriots Super Bowl, 50 Cent laid it all on the line when he answered a dare from a woman on Twitter. If his beloved Giants win, she'll post a picture of her chest. If they lose, 50 has to tweet a picture of his, pylon. Okay, he replied, and luckily for him, he won that bet. New York Jets, Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler, who grew up in Brooklyn and has frequently attended Jets games, loved the team so much that he even made a movie in which he purchased the team.
King of Queens guy.
Now, I can't guarantee that Sandler would be a better owner than Johnson Clan, but I also don't doubt it. Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
Rob McElhenney. Rob McElhenney, who is famous for his role on Always Sunny in Philadelphia, is actually a Philly native and subsequently a lifelong Eagles fan. Something he's made known on social media quite often. Especially
that's what I was just thinking, the way we're posing together that.
I think I read somewhere that's his real life wife.
Really?
Or his real life partner. Yeah.
That's quite interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, D.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah. But I knew he was like he's a big sports fan, isn't he?
Yeah, he says it in Wrexham.
Yeah, Wrexham. Yeah, he talks about it. Yeah, and he's even had Wrexham kits. The away kit for Wrexham is Philadelphia green
colour. Yeah,
yeah, done it the same green.
It's quite mad. That's funny.
Yeah.
The Birds made their epic Super Bowl run a few years back. Pittsburgh Steelers, Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is not only one of the biggest superstars in the history of the rap game, but he's also one of the most famous fans of the black and gold. It may come as a surprise that the Long Beach native is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but according to Snoop, once he saw the Mean Joe Green Coke commercial, there was no going back. Hard to argue with that logic. The San Francisco 49ers, Jennifer Garner. As far as actresses go, Jennifer Garner is just about as A-list as it gets. And her taste in football teams fits the West Coast lifestyle she's lived. Despite being married to Ben Affleck, who was an outspoken Patriots fan, Garner has maintained her 49ers fandom loud and proud. Which is a good thing, as her and Affleck recently separated. Would have been a tough look to have jump ship from the Niners for him. Seattle Seahawks, Rainn Wilson. Rainn Wilson is an actor and best-selling author, best known for playing Dwight Schrute on the hit television show.
I never recognised him.
Wilson grew up in Seattle.
Wait, yeah, what the hell?
I'm looking at him there thinking,
who's that?
Familiar. He must be an actor. And I'm thinking he might have been in some other scene. Then when he says
completely different without beard, didn't he?
Yeah, I didn't even recognise him at all.
I see him again there.
Recently separated. Would have been a tough
I saw him getting them jelly beans. I thought, hang on a minute, that's The Office.
Seattle Seahawks, Rainn Wilson. Rainn Wilson is an actor.
Oh my god, that proper like.
I would never recognise him.
You can tell like from the eyes, but like.
But if you just show me a picture and said, "Who's that?" I'd have been like,
I don't know.
He looks familiar, but I can't put my finger on it.
That's quite mad.
Yeah.
The author, best known for playing Dwight Schrute on the hit television show The Office.
Brilliant.
Wilson grew up in the Seattle area, even before they had an NFL team, and he fondly remembers going to some of the team's early games.
I'd have got it there.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Dick Vitale. It's hard to find a guy more outspoken than Dick Vitale on, well, pretty much anything. And his beloved Tampa Bay Buccaneers are no exception. He's been ranting and raving even before they got Tom Brady, and one can only imagine that will only escalate as the team has more and more success. Tennessee Titans, Luke Bryan. This is an
Country
easy
singer,
one to
right?
spot, as half of the Titans celebrity fans are country.
You would have expected that
I've
the
been in his bar.
Titans fan to be a country singer.
I've been in the Luke Bryan bar.
Who was in Nashville, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they offered me a Luke Bryan drink. And I said, he's some guy called Luke Bryan work here. Didn't go down.
No idea who it is.
The joke went right over the head. Yeah.
Music singers. But Luke Bryan is the biggest of the bunch and really sort of transcends country music. He has gotten to perform on the field as well as take part in the network coverage of the games. Pretty solid set of perks there. Washington football team. Matthew McConaughey. Matthew
All right.
McConaughey has
All
one of the
right.
most recognizable
All right.
faces and voices in Hollywood. And as such,
I thought
is
he'd been
one
a
of the
Texan
biggest
or a
Washington
cowboy.
football
Yeah.
team fans out there. Despite the fact that he was born and raised in Dallas, Texas. He told the origin story of his fandom, and man, is it the most Matthew...
That must be like the only person from Dallas that isn't a Cowboys fan.
God, he's Texas. If you draw
Texas
a person
through
with a
and through,
Texan,
innit?
you're drawing him, aren't you?
Yeah, literally. You can just imagine him with a cowboy hat on.
Yeah.
McConaughey story ever. I'm 4 years old and my favorite food is a hamburger, he said. Number 55 at the time was Chris Hamburger. When you're 4 years old, those are the things that make sense to
That's
you.
like you can't like.
But hey, which team does
That's it.
Is that really how you're going to start supporting a team?
Yeah.
You notice how a lot of them like people started supporting them because of one particular player.
Yeah, but the Mean Joe Green one was I like that. You won't know that advert.
Steelers.
Used to be an advert on the TV, and he give his shirt to the kid. I think I'm talking the right advert. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
It's like I think he snatches a bottle of Coke out of the kid's hand. From what I remember, it was one when I was a kid, and he goes, "Meet Joe Green," something like that, and he goes, "Yeah," something like that, and he goes, "Hey kid," and he throws him his shirt at the end.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
quite a cool advert. It's very it's like a legendary advert sort of thing. If it's the same one I'm thinking of, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, some big names there. Like I say, I'm trying to think of but while we were doing that, I was trying to think of our biggest. It's got to be Liam and Noel Gallagher from Oasis.
It will be, yeah. Because they're like actual proper fans as well. They
Yeah.
actually go to the games and all
Yeah,
that.
they do. Ricky Hatton goes to the games. Ricky Hatton sits in just regular seats at the game.
Yeah, you just perhaps might be a regular guy.
Yeah.
That's what Liam and Noel Gallagher sometimes do. Like when they go to the away games, just
Yeah,
see
they're
them in the middle of the away end.
Yeah, in the away end. But it's most of the time they're in like the corporate seats. But trying to think of other big name. We've got any like superstar actors or movie stars or anything like that? I can't think of anyone that sort of like springs to mind. Guy from Yes, Rick Wakeman. He was another singer. But it's always people from Manchester who are City fans, really.
You don't get any City fans.
non-Mancunians, really. We might do nowadays because now we're getting a bit more global and a bit more successful. But of old, it's they're all like my age who are singers and stuff, aren't they?
Pretty much.
Let us know who your biggest fan is in your sports franchise. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.